Guess what day it is? It is the first day of planting. We're gonna try it. Things always go terribly the first day, so fingers crossed that it doesn't. Got the bean planter out. I think we're good to go. We had to zip tie all of these up to make sure they weren't in the way. Put that new harness on. Unfortunately, it did not work like we thought it would, so we don't have time to take it off. So we're just going for it. But I need to put a couple boxes of seed into the seed tender, so that's the first order of business for the day. I need to find which. I'm starting out with a 2/8, but I need to make sure that I'm putting the right 2/8 in, because we've got Dynagrow 2/8 and Bex 2/8. Oh, I also just forgot, this planter, you have to actually fold out to be able to put seed in it. So that's kind of a pain. I like that planter, it's the one downfall to it. So yeah, I guess I'll have to rearrange the lot. Okay, so up next we have to mix up some graphite talc mix. For the corn planter, we get it already mixed. It's 80% talc, 20% graphite. Before the bean planter, we mix our own 50-50 blend. Super fun, not at all messy. Completely forgot gloves, not walking back to the shop to get those out. So we got the graphite here. It is black. And then we got a couple 50-pound bags of talc over there. So yeah, let's do this. I think I've got her about mixed up. I went and washed my hands because they were a filthy mess. So we actually may need a little bit more talc, but for right now, it's good. All right, up next, gotta get the lids off these boxes. These things are a huge pain in the butt. I like the ones that channel treats because they just zip tie them back, whereas Bex and Asgrow and Dynagrow, I think too, these clips are so hard to like get cut off. They're such a pain in the butt, but you have to get them off to get the lid off. So here we go. We're doing it. My dad and I, oh, we're going too fast. Just got the kinks worked out. Did not record that. It's a stressful day, the first day, so there were some words said, slight anger. But we are headed to the field, or I'm headed to the field. Jeff has already worked it. But yeah, let's do this. Just pulled into the field trying to get all of this worked out, making sure it's all good to go before I start. So I'm just going to double check that my offset is correct. It should be 78 feet. All right, so that's still good in there. We've got our line set up here. This is what I run all of my swath control and GPS on. That way, in case I need to switch anything with the planter, I can do it easily because it's like right there. But this, I'm on, these are all saved track, GPS tracks, so I should be good. I'm currently on the south track. We're start on the south end of this field, so should be good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't ran this thing in almost a year, and I don't want to screw it up. So really hoping that this field goes okay and that it doesn't start. I think there is like some rain out there, like patchy stuff, so really hoping we don't get that. I know like Laura and all those guys out west are praying for rain. They can have ours for a little bit, that's fine. All right, let's do this. Okay, so I just planted a little bit. If you can see, I've like scratched my face all up because I've been like sitting there at the end of the field, but it's time to go dig some seeds. It's gonna be really loud out there with the vacs running, so probably no, I'll just do a voiceover of what I was going to say afterwards, but I just planted a little bit, and I'm also going to check our boundary down there, just kind of like eye it up and make sure that I'm good, because I trust technology, I do, but I don't want to be a bad neighbor, you know? It's really important to get out of the planter and check how deep your seeds are actually going into the ground, especially when you first start a field or you switch soil types, just to make sure that those seeds are going exactly where you want them to, because that's going to determine how the rest of your year goes. We typically go for an average depth of about 1 inch on beans, because some are going to go a little deeper, and depending how much corn stalks are left on top, some of them are going to go a little shallower. So we're going for that sweet spot of about 1 inch, and you can see them right there. Perfect. And of course, since he isn't in the corn planter yet, Pops wanted to come out and double check the bean depth too. Things were going so well. I have about 5.5 acres, 7 acres in the ground, and a row stopped planting. So, gotta go check that out. Okay, I'm gonna yell so you can hear me over the tractor. It's not plugged at the seed unit. It's not plugged in the hose. Oh crap. Which leaves right here at the bottom of the seed, like the bulk seed tank. So that is not good. I can't feel anything in there. This is why we put not as much seed in there to start out with, just in case we had, things happen right off the bat. We do have to drain it. There shouldn't be a ton in there. But so far, things are going well. I actually should get out because the soil's kind of changed. Some more clay on this side versus it was a little blacker over there where I started. Really hoping there's rain moving in. Hoping we missed that. It wasn't supposed to rain until tomorrow. That would really ruin it. And also, I didn't check the radar before I I finished planting all my ends since usually we plant ends last because they're working ground right in front of me. But since they're not, I planted them first. Like I just planted the first section and then I was like, oh, well, just go ahead and plant the other half. Should check that radar, but it's going well so far. So I usually run about that speed unless the ground gets bad. So this is what I was talking about, my GPS. So I am just staying on this line, and basically that field turns blue as you go across it planting. So we're doing pretty good. Yeah. And then this one, I've got my downforce population. If there's any row, like it constantly shows like the lowest row, and like it'll show up red and beep at me all sorts of stuff if one's low. And then usually I just leave it on that just to kind of watch these two things while I go, but should be good. Okay, so there was actually, oh no! That's exactly what happened the last time, and then 2 seconds later, both backs on the planter quit, so I have no idea why. Oh, I need to wipe my face off. I have no idea why I couldn't find anything wrong. I actually just turned everything off and turned it back on, and it, praise God, started working again. Because I guess that my dad, he started planting. Oh no, now it's raining. My dad tried to start planting corn. I guess things are not going well over there, so I'm trying to not add to his stress. But I think he's about to get really stressed out because that's rain moving in. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what the heck happened with the backs, but the planter just completely stopped, like wasn't planting whatsoever. I don't have that much further to go, like I mean a decent amount, but not like a crazy amount. But I just thought, since we're coming up here on the end, my favorite feature of this, I'll do it like that. So it's got swath control, section control on it. So it already knows that it's planted the end. And once it hits where it's already planted, it'll stop planting. So basically it just makes me look like a way better operator than what I am. And I very much appreciate it. You can see it right there. So yeah, and then as soon as I put it down, I can put it down before the end row, and it'll do the same thing. It'll magically start planting. Oop. Should not try to do this one-handed. So planter is down, and then it just starts planting. And you want all of those to stay like right there on that line. Oh, that keeps popping up. Okay, it did end up quitting. I knew it would, I just had a bad feeling. And then it started raining, and then so I shut everything off and I waited a little bit because I didn't want to run in the rain, and it looked like it was gonna let loose. Turn everything off again. I can't find anything loose back there. I took a picture of the code, but I texted it to our John Deere dealer. That code has never caused that before though, so, but everything is working fine. There's nothing wrong. Obviously something is wrong, but it's working now, and I've checked everything. So I know that something is loose, and it's like probably the one thing that I didn't like mess with, but it's going. I need to get this field done before it rains. We're full send. all of that, and I just need to go down to there's the edge of the field. So close, yet so far away. I lied. I don't know why I said this field has 80 acres. I knew that didn't sound right. It only has 63. Yeah, and I've planted 53 of them. I have 10 acres to go, and this is happening. We can't really tell what it's going to do. It kind of looks like it still could just stay to the south of us, like the heavy stuff. But I think it's about time to fold up and head in. I just wanted to get one field done, and it's not gonna happen. So Dad was like, you know what, if you want to stay there for, I turned like the vacs and everything off, so I'm just sitting here. And he was like, if you want to stay, if you think you can get it done. And I was like, yeah, like I'll just wait a second and see what this rain does, but it's not cooperating. Mother Nature is being a real pain in the butt. She has been for a while though. Should probably wash my face. So Dad just called. Apparently he's further west of me, and he was like, yeah, I think you better get out now while you can. So it is coming across heavier. You know, all in all, it could have been worse. It could have been a much worse first day of planting. My dad didn't sound like he was in a terrible mood, so hopefully whatever the heck was wrong with his tractor and planter, they were able to get it fixed. So, but happy to have good neighbors. Or actually, like, rather than drive all the way down there, because you can't get across this ditch right here, just gonna cross his unplanted field. He's got a lane right there, and head back to the shop, fold her up,